What if I told you that some of the most terrifying, bizarre, and awe-inspiring creatures might not just be myths? Across different cultures, ancient stories tell of beings so unique that they defy logic. Fire-breathing dragons, shape-shifting tricksters, and colossal sea monsters lurking beneath the waves. Some were protectors, others were nightmares, and a few, well, let's just say you wouldn't want to run into them in a dark forest. First up, we have the Knockalavi from Scotland. Imagine a monstrous centaur-like creature with no skin, just raw exposed muscle and black rotting veins pulsing with toxic blood. That's the Knockalavi, a nightmarish demon from Scottish folklore. It spreads disease and drought wherever it goes, and the worst part, it can't be killed by weapons. The only way to escape it is by crossing fresh water. Thankfully, this terrifying beast has a serious weakness for rivers and streams. Next, let's hop over to China and meet the Jiangshi, or hopping vampire. Vampires are scary enough, but what if they hop toward you like a possessed pogo stick? The Jiangshi is a reanimated corpse that sucks the life force out of the living. Covered in ancient funeral robes with stiff, outstretched arms, it moves in short, eerie jumps due to rigor mortis. Some say that throwing sticky rice at it can weaken its powers, so maybe keep some on hand, just in case. Now, brace yourself for the Wendigo from North America, a creature born from the darkest side of winter survival. The Wendigo is said to be the result of cannibalism gone wrong. Legends describe it as a skeletal figure with sunken eyes, sharp claws, and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. No matter how much it eats, it's never satisfied. Found in indigenous folklore, the Wendigo represents greed and the terrifying consequences of losing one's humanity. Moving on, we have the basilisk from Europe, the king of serpents. This is not just any snake, it's the snake, the one that could kill with just a glance. The basilisk was said to be hatched from a chicken's egg incubated by a toad. Weird, right? But it gets worse. Its breath is poisonous, its stare turns people to stone, and even the ground it touches becomes cursed. The only way to kill it, a weasel. Yes, a weasel, because apparently their scent is toxic to the basilisk. Who knew? Next up, the kraken from Scandinavia, the ocean's ultimate nightmare. If you thought giant squids were scary, meet the kraken, a monstrous sea creature so massive that it could drag entire ships to the depths with its tentacles. Norse sailors feared it, claiming that if you ever saw the kraken's arms rising from the sea, it was already too late. Some believe the legend was inspired by real-life colossal squids, but who's to say there isn't something even bigger lurking down there? Now let's talk about the kappa from Japan, a mischievous water goblin. Not all mythical creatures are pure nightmare fuel. The kappa has a humanoid body, webbed hands and feet, and a turtle-like shell. But here's the weirdest part. On top of its head is a small pool of water which gives it strength. If the water spills, the kappa is powerless. So how do you defeat one? Just bow politely? It'll be forced to bow back, spilling its water and losing all its power. Who knew manners could save your life? Finally, let's look at the chupacabra from Latin America, the vampire of the Americas. A creature so infamous it has terrified farmers across Latin America for decades. The chupacabra is said to drain livestock dry, leaving behind only puncture wounds. Descriptions vary. Some say it looks like a hairless alien-like reptile, while others claim it's a fanged dog-like creature with glowing red eyes. Whether it's real or just a creepy campfire story, one thing's for sure. No one wants to wake up to find their animals mysteriously exsanguinated. These creatures may be legends, but every story has some truth hidden within. Are they just old tales, or could something out there still be lurking in the shadows, waiting to be rediscovered? What do you think? Could any of these mythical beings be real? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to explore more fascinating myths, monsters, and mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next video, if the Wendigo doesn't get you first.